Let's see one more problem. Here we have given sin raised to 4 theta cos cube theta as a1 cos theta plus a3 cos 3 theta plus a5 cos 5 theta plus a7 cos 7 theta. So this is the given result, and we have to prove that a1 plus 9 times a3 plus 25 times a5 plus 49 times a7 is equal to 0. Now to prove this result, I have to find values of a1, a3, a5 and a7 because these values are unknown. So let's see how to find values of a1, a3, a5 and a7, and then we will substitute these values in the left hand side and we'll prove it that it is equal to 0. Now you can see here that a1, a3, a5 and a7 are the coefficients of cos theta, cos 3 theta, cos 5 theta and cos 7 theta, and these are the terms which are multiples of cosines of theta. And on the left hand side you can see powers of trigonometric ratios. So yes, this problem belongs to the type which I have taught you just some time before. So let's solve it by that method. So we always start by considering a complex number x, that is cos theta plus I sin theta, and we all know that we get 1 upon x as cos theta minus I sin theta. Similarly, x raised to n will give us cos of n theta plus I sin n theta, and 1 upon x raised to n will give me cos of n theta minus I sin n theta. Now we'll add x and 1 upon x, so we'll get x plus 1 upon x as 2 times cos theta and x minus 1 upon x as 2I sin theta. Similarly, we'll get x raised to n plus 1 upon x raised to n as 2 cos n theta and x raised to n minus 1 upon x raised to n as 2y sin n theta. Now let's start with the given result. Now in the given result, our left hand side is sin raised to 4 theta cos cube theta. Now we can write this as sin theta raised to 4 and cos theta raised to 3. Now sin theta to find sin theta, we will use this result. So from here we can say that sin theta is 1 upon 2i x minus 1 upon x, and from here we can find out value of cos theta, that is 1 upon 2 x plus 1 upon x. Next, 1 raised to 4 will give me 1 and 2i raised to 4 will give me 16 I raised to 4, but I raised to 4 is 1, x minus 1 upon x. Similarly here we'll get 1 upon 8 x plus 1 upon x the whole cube. Next 1 into 1 will give me 1, and next 16 into 8. So we get sin raised to 4 theta cos cube theta equal to 1 upon 128, and the remaining terms were x minus 1 upon x raised to 4 and x plus 1 upon x raised to 3. Now to solve this we have two methods. One is we will expand this each term by using binomial theorem. So after expanding this we will get 5 terms, and after expanding this we will get 4 terms, and then we will multiply them with each other. So in all we will get 20 terms. So instead of using this method I will use one more shortcut. Now let's see what is that shortcut. What we will do is I will write this x minus 1 upon x raised to 4 in 2 parts. Now one part is x minus 1 upon x and the other part is x minus 1 upon x raised to 3. and I'll keep the second term as it is. Now you can observe here that in last two terms the power is same, so we can apply laws of indices over here and we will get this 3 will come outside, and inside bracket we can write x minus 1 upon x and x plus 1 upon x. Next, 1 upon 128 as it is, x minus 1 upon x as it is. Here we get a formula of a minus b and a plus b, which is equal to a square minus b square. So using that formula we get x square minus 1 upon x square whole cube. Now it has become very simple. Here we will expand this. We will get 4 terms by binomial theorem. Here we have 2 terms, so 4 terms into 2 terms we will get 8 number of terms. It means here we were getting 20 terms and we have reduced it to 8 terms, so that you will get answer in less number of steps. So let's solve it. It will become 128 x minus 1 upon x. Now I am applying binomial theorem here, so pay attention carefully. So we will get x raised to 6 here minus, so here we have minus sign, that is why in binomial theorem I will use alternate plus and minus. So next term will be 3c1 x square raised to 2, that is x raised to 4 into 1 upon x square as it is, plus 3c2 then x square as it is, and 1 upon x square the whole square, that is x raised to 4 minus 3c3, and here we will get 1 upon x raised to 6. Next, this will give me 1 upon 128 x minus 1 upon x, and in the bracket we will get x raised to 6, 3c1 is equal to 3, so 3. Next, here we will get x square, so this will get cancel out. Here we will get again 3, 3c2 is 3, it will get cancel out. We will get 1 upon x square, 3c3 is 1, so minus 1 upon x raised to 6. Now we will multiply these 4 terms by these 2 terms, so that we will get 8 number of terms. So I'll first of all multiply this bracket with x and then by 1 upon x. So we will get 1 upon 128 into x raised to 7, x into x raised to 6 is x raised to 7. Next, x into 3x square, that is minus 3x cube. Next, x into this, that is plus 3 upon x. Next, x into this as minus 1 upon x raised to 5. Similarly, minus 1 upon x into x raised to 6 will give me minus x raised to 5. Next, minus 1 upon x into minus 3x square will give me plus 3x, so plus 3x. Here I will get minus 3 upon x cube, and the last term will be plus 1 upon x raised to 7. So after this we will take the terms with same power together. So x raised to 7 and this term 1 upon x to 7 has same power, that is 7. So we will take it together and we will get 1 upon 128 x raised to 7 plus 1 upon x raised to 7 together. Next, from this term, that is x raised to 5 and minus x raised to 5 and minus 1 upon x raised to 5, I will take minus sign outside. So x raised to 5 plus 1 upon x raised to 5. Next, minus 3x cube and minus 3 upon x cube, I will take minus 3 outside. So I will get x cube plus 1 upon x cube. And from this last term, I will get 3 into x plus 1 upon x. Now again, we will apply property over here. So our property was Our property was x raised to n plus 1 upon x raised to n equal to 2 cos n theta. So x raised to 7 plus 1 upon x raised to 7 will give me 2 cos 7 theta, because that time n will be 7. So I will use this property to find out all the terms. So here I'll get 2 cos 7 theta minus 2 cos 5 theta minus 3 2 cos 3 theta plus 3 2 cos theta. Next, we can take this 2 common from all these terms. Hence we get 2 upon 128 inside bracket cos of 7 theta minus cos of 5 theta minus 3 times 2 will go outside cos of 3 theta plus 3 times cos of theta. Here 2 goes outside. Now let's compare the result with the original term. Now in the question it was given that the answer of sin raised to 4 theta into cos cube theta is this, where a1 was the coefficient of cos theta, a3 is the coefficient of cos 3 theta, and so on. And we have to prove this. So we will compare the result with the given term. So here now our result is 2 upon 128 cos of 7 theta minus 2 upon 128 cos of 5 theta minus 6 upon 128 cos of 3 theta plus 6 upon 128 cos of 3 theta. So we get values of a7, a5, a3 and a1 by comparing with the original terms. So I will first simplify this. I will get 1 upon 64. Next I will take theta term. I will take theta term as first, then 3 theta term as second, and then 5 theta and then 7 theta and then 7 theta, so that we can compare it with the original given term. So I write it as 3 cos theta minus 3 cos 3 theta minus cos of 5 theta plus cos of 7 theta. Here we will get it as 3 upon 64 cos of theta minus 3 upon 64 cos of 3 theta minus 1 upon 64 cos of 5 theta plus 1 upon 64 cos of 7 theta. So comparing with the original given term, we get a1 as 3 upon 64, a3 as minus 3 upon 64, a5 as minus 1 upon 64 and a7 as 1 upon 64. Now we have to prove this result. So I will consider left hand side for it. So LHS is a1 plus 9 times a3 plus 25 times a5 plus 49 times a7. So we get a1 is this, so it is equal to 3 upon 64, 9 times a3, so this will become minus 27 upon 64, 25 times a5, so we will get minus 25 upon 64, and 49 times a7, so we get plus 49 upon 64. Now let's add it and let's see what we get. So here we will get 3 plus 49 as 52, and minus 27 minus 25 is minus 52. So ultimately we are getting 0 upon 64. Hence we will get 0, which is equal to right hand side. And here we have proved the result.